So as the world turns, so does the energy. So do you, my friends. Are you tumbling on high in the dryer? Is the wheel of time speeding by and you're not sure how the hell you got here to November 7th? Are you looking at another year of here go the clocks? Playing mind tricks on the daylight? Supposedly giving us that extra hour? That extra hour of something something? So that the day felt very long in the dark. That's how it felt for me. But as we're working through these energetics and these currents, are we taking the time to see, are we going against the current? Are we going against the grain? Are we fighting the flow? Are we trying to screech the brakes on this very moment and where this moment leads to, i.e., holidays, shorter days, financial crunch, family time, facing obligations, financial stuff? Where am I now? Is it any different than where I was a year ago? Am I about to go into more debt and I still haven't paid off the debt from last year? Have I done anything to improve myself? Have I taken the time to make necessary changes to upgrade the old avatar? Am I finding emotional comfort in food and sugar? Am I finding no comfort in it, but I do it because, well, bored? So are we looking at our habits, our intake, our output of anything? And you know, I could pounce on a pity party. Oh, I could pounce hard fighting this 1 hour of extra darkness that feels like the ceiling shrinks for me. I wouldn't say I get seasonal depression at all. I would just say I don't like it. I just don't like it. And it brings on the cold. And the cold is very contracting for me, which makes me feel like a lot of things are shrinking. And I'm not sure what the current is. I know that I've stepped back and detached from thousands of things, but yet I'm still on the cord of life. I'm still here breathing in this avatar. And how well am I sitting in my commander's seat? How well am I protecting myself from all the elements that are coming at me? Am I bundled up? Am I safe? Am I trusting? Am I insulated at all from what's coming at me? And these are questions that I'm sure many of you are thinking. We're coming to the end of the year, end of a cycle. I'm finding communication is very bizarre. I had to sit through an aesthetics conference in DC all day Saturday and Sunday. And I knew that everybody that was attending was coming to learn how to use their expensive office machines to generate more business or possibly purchase a machine. So there was a lot of song and dance and theatrics brought on by this company and the people that come in that represent this company. And honestly, I felt a lot of confusion in the communication. I didn't feel like I needed to take control because knowing me, I could have gone up there and taken the mic and just redesigned it. But instead, I was just watching each person with the mic do the best that they could with whatever it is that they were given assignment-wise to promote and do. I felt it really fell short of helping more of the people in those crowds. And it was just interesting to me because I felt very disconnected in this that particular bandwidth of communication. But I went through it with a smile and made sure I met people and shook hands, looking for opportunities to grow or help them grow or grow together. It was all while inside this beautiful, luxurious hotel, there was the protest for ceasefire for Palestine right outside the door. Pennsylvania Avenue was packed. And I went out and I videoed a little of it. And I stood in the presence of it being fully present, knowing what was going on with one foot inside the hotel and knowing what was going on where one foot was in this protest. And there was something different in the air. It wasn't a lot of anger. There was more of, let us all be heard. That every country wants peace. Every person in it wants freedom to choose. And those were the kinds of things I was hearing. And seeing the signs and listening to the speakers on the streets of Pennsylvania Avenue, just bringing awareness from their perspective of what was going on. The same thing was going on inside the hotel room for a sales conference. So we're going through our day with many people having many different worlds going on inside of their own individual world. The world of their kids, worlds of a spouse, worlds of a job, worlds of obligation, the world of the world in your demographic vicinity and those across the waters. So while we're moving into deeper November, the energies are going to continue to swirl and to bring us more opportunity to purge what doesn't serve. And maybe instead of pumping the brakes, it needs to be a screeching halt because you're about to collide with the old you. It maybe isn't where it wants to be in this moment. And so before you collide and create damage by bringing on this emotional roller coaster that can be created at this time of year, maybe it's time to just go, what can I do in this moment that would bring more focus and more organization to my plan moving forward? For me, it's more cleaning off my desk, organizing my drawers, boxing up things and giving them away that just don't fit who I am. It's smiling more and looking at just the simple things a smile can bring and do for someone else. One of the other tasks I have in my many jobs that I have trying to create and redefine who I am is elderly care. And I had to go to a woman's house who has Parkinson's and maybe a little bit of mild dementia. She's from Portugal. And she's reverted back to only speaking her native language. So the news was on in Portuguese. And her trembles from the Parkinson would come through. And I could see her wince. And so I would ask her to just breathe with me. And then later we got up and we did simple calisthenics together. Touch our toes, touch our hips, touch above our head the best we could. Then we came together and we touched fingertips. And we made it fun. And my shift passed more freely. And I was able to give her some love and attention. Do not underestimate the abundance life offers when you stay in the present moment. You shut everything off and you just be in it. You just be in it. And when these second chakra scales and waves come up, and second chakra is above the pubic bone, below the belly button, and it's your creative chakra. And so it's doing this, and you're like, this feels like angst and nervousness, but it's not. It's saying we're merging and purging with your original self, and your guide team is saying, can you just breathe with me and be in the present moment and let all the energies come through this precious vehicle and let it turn over the cellular membranes and let them squeeze out what isn't serving. So it may come up as, I'm dreading this time of year. I don't like the darkness. I'm not making as much as I want to. I'm all over the place. The old paradigm says I need to master one, but I love so many. I want to be different. And that would be me right now. And if it's me, it's you. There's many of you that this is going to hit a chord with. I took a course recently and I haven't been able to do my clinicals, and I'm really pissed because I spent money on the course and then I just can't seem to break down a door to get through. But it's not stopping me from reaching out and asking everybody. I get cards, I'll go by an office, I'll talk to people. What's the worst that can happen? Nice to meet you, but unfortunately I can't help you with that particular request. Like, okay. Purge what isn't serving and reach for what it is that you want on your plate. Purge and release what isn't serving, and then reach for what you would like to have on your plate. There are no limitations to what it is that you want to do and how you'd like to close out this calendar year by going into November, by connecting with your breath and being fully present with what is it. Let these juices come up and start to flow. What is it that I want? What could help me generate newness? And what can I actually clear out in my physical surroundings, as well as my mental, my physical, my energetic, my emotional? What can I do to release some of those to make more room for breath so that those membranes of creation can swell, can ripen, and bring forth newness that's bearing fruit from your work. Little steps on the ladder. When you turn around and look back, you're higher than you think you are. So let today, November 7th, be your day to step into who you want to be. Dress the part. Feel the part. Become it. Embody all of it that you are. Go get yourself a new blouse or something that helps you with that if you need to. Or redesign what it is that you have so it feels like new. Whatever you can do to get this second chakra, creative juices, get that motor started. If you need help on the journey, you always know where I am. However else I can help, I'm willing to do so. Because you're willing to step up and say, hey, I need a little assistance here. I'd like to speed it up a little bit. Reposition my dials. Connect more with my center, my heart. And I want to move forward step by step, enjoying the experiences that are presenting. Because then that's the visceral that you get. And it's a collaboration between all your systems. And yeah, you got to hit override sometimes. You got to pump the brakes and you got to put your foot on the gas and be willing to go. Yeah. All right. Spirit saying that's enough for this moment or today. If more comes through, I'll do more videos. Like, subscribe, and share, and I'll see you all very soon.